And we have, Gene, I'm going to ask you to carry this back and present it. We have a certificate of appreciation that is proudly presented to Harry and Libby Bumgardner. If y'all remember, Harry and Libby were here last year in period dress. And it's presented them as the host and hostess of the David Hall cabin. They have restored a cabin that belongs to a Revolutionary War soldier. And they host a Christmas gathering and a summertime gathering there that the entire community is welcome to attend. And they sort of embody what it's like to give back to the community. Gene, would you present that to them at your next meeting? And I think Harry had to work tonight and he couldn't come. And we have a certificate of appreciation which is proudly presented to Gene R. Hicks for 5 years of outstanding service as our registrar. And folks, no organization can survive without accurate and very good records. And Gene Hicks, to my knowledge, is the only registrar whose records absolutely, completely, totally match those of the General Society of which we're a part. And he served us for 5 years, and he's done a remarkable job. Gene, congratulations. We appreciate it. And Jim, you were going to help me with this next one, right?
Hugo Wampus asked me to do this because he didn't think it was hardly fitting for him to do it. And it truly is my honor. Derek Whaley is the son of Hugo Wampus. Derek is one of our out-of-state members of the Tennessee Society. The Society has 88 members who are non-residents of the state of Tennessee, and that makes up a total of 15% of our membership. And that's more than most states have as members of the SUN. Derek is a sergeant in the Air Force Reserve and works at Maxwell Air Force in Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm going to turn this note over, for the Survival, Evasion, and Resistance and Escape Program and Solutions, where he provides classified training to the Air Force officers. And we have a future Air Force officer back here, and buddy, this dude is going to give you hell. In 2009, through his connections, he provided our society with 200 copies of the United States Constitution, of which we delivered to the Triennial in California. Then in 2010, he connected us with 290 military sleeping bags, which we gave to the Boy Scouts in East Tennessee as an incentive to earn their genealogy, American heritage, or citizenship merit badges. Truly, he cares about the sons, our purpose, and what we're really about. Dear, thank you, and we're glad to have you. And with that, I also have another certificate for SEER Solution, which we do appreciate them for making this possible and for giving you a job which lets you serve us well. Thank you. You know, Little officer thought he was going to get me to sit down with this, but that's not going to happen yet. I'm going to ask that everyone here from Roane County, the Roane County chapter of the Sons of the Revolution are connected with it to stand up. All of you that are here, Tom, you're part of us. You're here with the Son. Go ahead, stand up. Yeah, you, Tom. All of you at this table, all of you are with me. Stand up. Son-in-laws, daughters, all of these, wives, all of us. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Look here. Look here. The Rome County chapter is alive and well. Now, I want to tell you why. There's another chapter that brags about their chapter meeting serving pizza and ice cream. Well, the Rome County chapter, we serve beer, whiskey, cigars, pipes, and cigarettes. We're happy to have it. Now, no, that just led right into my last comment. All you men, please sit down. The ladies still remain standing. I'm asking all of you ladies to come up here. Come on. And notice I didn't say girls. I said ladies. These are full-blown women. Come on. These are the people who support us. These are the people who make us. Even though we're sons of the revolution, we're the sons of women. May God bless our women. Hear, hear. Hear, hear. I looked at the budget all carefully to see if I could afford 2 defibrillators. Because, these are good-looking broads. And I decided we didn't have enough money, so we brought our own doc with us in case somebody had a problem. Congratulations, Mr. President. Thank you.
I'm going to need your help again here in a minute. All right. Every year we award something that's known as the Patriot of the Year. And talk about efficiency. We are an efficient group because the Patriot of the Year this year is James Jim Rivers. Got you on that one, didn't I, old boy? It says Patriot of the Year, James Jim Rivers, 2010-2011, in recognition of service, Tennessee Society Sons of the Revolution. Let me tell you a couple of things Jim has done for us. Number one, for the last 4 years, he served as our treasurer. He has kept impeccable records. He serves on our finance committee and is the core of establishing our budget for each year. And we do have a budget for every expenditure we make. And Jim keeps that record and informs the Board of Managers every month how we have performed against that budget. Last year, Jim took a horse and a carriage down to the city of Kingston and paraded up and down the streets. And there were some ugly comments about which one was driving and which one was pulling the carriage. Admittedly, what can I say? To promote the Southwest Fort Festival that was started last year and is going to happen again next year. And this year, when it came time for us to go to Montgomery, Alabama, and pick up a bunch of sleeping bags, who volunteered to drive and pull a 20-foot trailer? Jim Rivers did. And we made a trip down there in the most frightful, horrendous rainstorm you can possibly imagine. It rained on us and was foggy, and at times you could hardly see in front of your face. And Jim drove down there and back at his own personal expense, would not receive a penny from the society. He said, quote, "I was honored to do it." And when he got back, it was the dead of night. And Jim started home, and it was foggy like you can't believe. When he got ready to get off of the interstate, the road was so foggy that Jim accidentally went up the down ramp and had to call the police to come out there and direct traffic so he could back around with this 20-foot trailer and a truck. And because that's not a priority for the police department in Kingston or Roane County, he sat there for 2 hours, not knowing whether somebody was going to come down that ramp and run over him or not. They finally arrived and he went home. The next day he delivered that trailer load of sleeping bags to the Greater Smoky Mountain Council of the Boy Scouts of America. And folks, I drove out there about a week later to pick up the sleeping bags that we took to Johnson City, and I would have been afraid to drive a bicycle down those roads. They were so narrow, I don't see how in the world he made it. That's the kind of guy that is our Patriot of the Year, folks. I give you Jim Rivers. And now, our regional vice president for the General Society, David Rutherford, is going to come forward. And I think David has a couple of awards that one that he wishes to present. David?
Don't go far. In my capacity, I've got Texas, Louisiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee in my area. And I visit these folks and talk to them and talk to these presidents. And I can tell you, our president does as much or more than anybody else in this country. And on this auspicious occasion, I'd like to present him with a certificate of appreciation presented to David L. Whaley in recognition of special efforts and contributions to the society, its goals and purposes. David Whaley.
As surprised as these three folks I asked to come up and sing a song. What can I say? Thank you, David. I appreciate that. I had no idea. I wouldn't have knocked it down if you'd told me. I have a very important announcement, and that is that one of our departed members by the name of L.V. Strader from the Anderson County chapter, deceased, and remembered us, the Tennessee Society, in his will. He gave a bequest to our society, a sizable bequest, for us to use for the purpose of being involved with veterans. We've had for a number of years, last year we weren't able to financially contribute. We've had a program at Christmas time where we've been able to send some gratuities to the veterans homes. And now through LV's foresight, we'll be able to do that on an ongoing basis. And you know, that's a great thing. You know, greater love hath no man. You know. And we appreciate that, and I wanted to make a public announcement of that fact.